Hi, I'm Sarah Beth, and today we're going to flow through a great routine to aid digestion and help detoxify the body. We'll begin with a belly breathing exercise with one hand on the belly, one hand on the chest, breathing in and out through the nose. This hand placement is to help you learn how to use your diaphragm effectively. The hand on your belly should rise and fall with your breath. The hand on your chest shouldn't move much at all. Practice breathing slowly and deeply and work to maintain this breath throughout the rest of practice. When you're ready, find traditional child's pose. Knees hip distance apart, let your forehead rest on the mat, palms facing up behind you. Soften the whole body. Feel your belly press into your thighs as you belly breathe, and with every exhale, see if you can relax some of the tension out of your body, your shoulders, and even your jaw. Slowly rise into a tabletop position, stacking your shoulders on top of your wrists, and as you inhale, reach your right arm up high. Exhale to thread the needle, threading your right arm underneath, come to lie down on your right shoulder, head rests on the mat. You can stay right here and focus on your belly breath, or to go a little deeper, take a half bind. Inhaling as you reach your left arm up, and exhale as you reach your left arm behind you to clasp your hand onto your right thigh, or as close as you can get. Continue to breathe deep. And release the bind. Replace your left hand. Inhale as you de-thread the needle, reaching your right arm up high. Exhale back to a tabletop. Right away, inhale your left arm high. Exhale, thread the needle. Relax your head down on the mat and take the exact same variation that you did on the other side. Use your deep belly breathing to enhance your twist. And if you're taking the bind, make sure that you're rotating your top shoulder up and open, not just dumping into that shoulder. Keep your face relaxed. And then binds release. Press into your right hand to de-thread the needle. Inhale as you reach your left hand high. Exhale back to tabletop. Transition to downward facing dog. Lift your hips high and back and ground your heels down towards the mat. Let your head hang heavy and take any variation or movements that feel natural to warm up your legs and back. We're going to flow through 2 sun salutation A's, 1 breath, 1 movement. When you're ready, on your inhale, bend your knees and look up through the hands. As you exhale, step your feet together behind the hands. Full inhale to halfway lift, flatten out the back, and full exhale to fold. Inhale to mountain pose, arms out wide and then high all the way up. Exhale to swan dive fold, leading with your chest come all the way down. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale as you plant the hands, step the feet back for Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low plank, elbows graze your ribs. Inhale to upward facing dog. Tops of feet and hands are the only things on the mat, and exhale, downward facing dog. Again, 1 breath, 1 movement. It's an inhale to look up. Step the feet between the hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Find mountain pose. Swan dive fold. Halfway lift. High to low plank. Take the variation if it suits your body. Remember, this is your practice. Upward facing dog, full breath in. Downward facing dog, send it back. Breathe. On an inhale, you're going to reach your right leg up high for a down dog splits. And exhale into a low lunge. Stack your knee on top of your ankle. rise into a crescent lunge, and belly breathe as you sink deep into your hips. Press your left heel back to straighten out that back leg, creating one line of energy from the ankle to the hip. Bring your hands to heart center. Inhale to lengthen your torso, and exhale as you twist to the right. Hook your left elbow to the outside of your right knee and use the strength of your arms to lift your heart to meet your thumbs. If you're ready to open your arms up to fly, then fly. Otherwise, focus on your breath, twisting a little deeper with every exhale. Slowly untwist. Place your hands down on the mat, shoulder distance apart. Float your right foot up and back for Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale into your upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Moving on to the left side. Inhale to reach your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Rise into your crescent lunge, working to straighten out that back leg as much as possible. Breathing deep through the belly. Face is completely relaxed. Bring your hands to heart center. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist to the left. Hook your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Use the strength of your upper body to twist yourself open towards the side wall, rotating your left shoulder up and back. Taking the exact same variation that you did on the other side, continue to breathe through your belly. For 3, you're going to release into and 1. Slowly untwist. Place your hands shoulder distance. Float your left foot up and back for Chaturanga Dandasana. Elbows are pinching the ribs when you come down. Upward facing dog, full breath in at the top. Downward facing dog. Make sure you're still belly breathing. Next, inhale, look up through the hands and bend your knees. And as you exhale, step your feet to touch behind the hands. Find halfway lift. Forward fold. For chair pose, bend your knees, sink your hips back. Reach your arms overhead and relax your shoulders. If you can't see your toes, you need to sit back just a little bit deeper. Now bring your hands to heart center. Inhale to lengthen the spine and exhale to twist to the right for prayer twist. Hooking your left elbow on the outside of your right knee, rotate your right shoulder up and back. Inhales help you lengthen the spine. Exhales help you twist a little deeper. If you've got side crow in your practice, now would be a good time to try it out. Otherwise, stick to your twist and work on your belly breathing. We'll all meet up in a forward fold. From forward fold, inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low plank. Vinyasa through to your downward facing dog, or just meet us in downward facing dog. And from down dog, inhale to reach your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Spin your back heel down for warrior 1, and when you're ready, rise, plugging your fingertips in towards the ceiling. Square your hips to the front of the mat, pulling your left hip forward, push your right hip back, and extend your arms out in front of you for eagle arms. Cross your left underneath the right, bend at the elbows, and cross again at the wrists. Full inhale to look up for a mini back bend, and exhale to hinge forward at the hips for humble warrior. Try to get your shoulders to come inside of your right knee and let your head hang heavy. Breathing deep and full through the belly. Inhale as you rise to come out of humble warrior, and then spin your back heel up off the mat for crescent lunge. Inhale to lift and lengthen, look up. Exhale to hinge forward, and this time you're gonna launch off that back leg into warrior 3. This requires some balance and some strength. Keep your face calm as you work in your Warrior 3, toes flexing towards the face. And keep your body strong as if you were planking on top of your standing leg. From here, you're going to transition to Eagle Pose. Bend your right knee, slowly bring your left leg forward, wrap it up and over the right leg for full Eagle Pose. Sink into your hips. Lift your elbows up to shoulder height and squeeze everything together as tight as you can for 3, 2, 1. Release completely and shake it out to get some blood flowing to clean out the lymph in all of those bodily creases. We're going to meet back up in chair pose, repeating that same sequence on the left side. From chair pose, sit deep. Shoulders relaxed, face is calm. Bring your hands to heart center. Inhale to lengthen the torso. Exhale as you twist to the left for prayer twist. Hook your elbow and then lengthen the spine with every inhale. As you exhale, you're going to twist a little bit deeper. If you practice side crow on the other side, make sure you try it on this side too. Always working to find balance within the body. Side crows, keep your feet active, keep your shoulders up. And again, we're all going to meet up in forward fold. From your forward fold, inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low. Vinyasa through to your downward facing dog. From down dog, inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Spin your back heel down to prepare for Warrior 1, and then rise. This time pulling your right hip forward, pull the left hip back. Extend your arms out in front of you for eagle arms, crossing your right arm underneath the left. Bend at the elbows, cross again at the wrists. Inhale to lengthen the torso, look up. And exhale to hinge at your hips, come all the way down, humble warrior, let the head hang heavy. This time coming out of humble warrior, try setting your gaze, your drishti, out in front of you before you come up. Then inhale to rise. Spin your back heel off the mat for crescent lunge with eagle arms. Inhale for a mini back bend, look up. Exhale as you hinge forward at the hips. This time you're gonna launch off that back leg for Warrior 3 on this side. Nice and strong, move with grace. And if you ever fall out of any kind of balancing pose, you wanna move in just as mindfully as you got in the first time. Now start your transition to eagle pose. Wrap your right leg up and over the left, shoulders above the hips. Elbows up to shoulder height. Try pressing your hands an inch or two away from you and squeeze, squeeze, squeeze as tight as you can. Keep squeezing. You're cleansing out all the lymph system in your body and all those creases. And release. Shake it out. Shake out your feet, shake out your hands, get some new blood into all of those limbs, cleansing out your lymph system. We're gonna meet up into a standing position to do a sun salutation A together. When you're ready, inhale to find mountain pose. Exhale to swan dive fold. Continuing with one breath, one movement, halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana, stay strong. Upward facing dog, lift out of your shoulders. Downward facing dog. Right away, drop down to your knees for puppy dog pose. Step your hands forward a few extra inches and drop your chest down towards the mat. Hips should be right above the knees. Now you can rest your forehead on the mat, bring your mouth to the mat, or to make this intense, bring your chin to the mat and look up through your hands. And when you're through here, come to rest in traditional child's pose. Allow your whole body to soften and come back to your belly breath. Reach your arms out in front of you and transition to lie on your belly. You might need to inchworm yourself back a couple inches so that your face is a place on the mat and not on the floor. Now reach your right arm out long by your side, palm facing down, and place your right ear down on the mat. Slowly roll yourself over your right shoulder, bending your left knee to keep your hips open and stacked. Now lower your body and place your left knee on the ground at 90 degrees from your side. Lift yourself up with your left hand and thread your right arm underneath. Lie down on your right shoulder, head rests on the mat. And inhale to reach your left arm high. Exhale to let that arm fall gently to the ground, giving you a deep twist, rinsing and twisting your organs like a sponge. To come out, inhale to reach your left hand high. Exhale as you plant that hand under your shoulder, lift up, de-thread the needle, and take the other side. Extending your left arm out long by your side, palm facing down. Left ear down on the mat. Roll yourself up and over that left shoulder, bending your right knee up towards the ceiling to stack your hips open. And then lower yourself down. Keeping your right knee bent at 90 degrees, lift yourself up, thread the needle, coming to lie down on your left shoulder. Inhale to reach your right arm high. Exhale to let everything just blossom open. Letting gravity take hold of the body, using your deep belly breathing to give you micro stretches within this big stretch. Return back to your belly with your hands under your shoulders, preparing to press up into a plank all at once. So straighten out your legs, engage your shoulders, and when you're ready, lift into a plank. Very nice. Send it back to a downward facing dog and take any movements that feel good in your last and final down dog of your practice. On your next inhale, look up through the hands, bend the knees, and as you exhale, step your feet all the way through to come to a seated position, feet flat on the mat for boat pose. Grab onto the undersides of the knees and lean back until you feel your core engage. You want your back flat and chest open. Try lifting your shins up to parallel if that works for you, or you can try to straighten out your legs. Bring your palms face up by your side, use the strength of your core, and keep your face calm. You have the option of staying here in boat pose, or you can lower down to half boat. Wherever you are, you're here for 3. Keep breathing. 2 and 1, release. Now lift your feet up towards the ceiling for Plow Pose. Use your core to lift your hips and send the toes back to touch the ground behind you. Shimmy your shoulders and arms so that you can get your hips directly over your shoulders. And do not move your neck around in these next 3 poses. You want to get those hips stacked on top of your shoulders, and when you can, lift yourself up into shoulder stand. In shoulder stand, your ankles are stacked directly on top of your hips, hips stacked directly on top of your shoulders. Swallow 3 times to stimulate your thyroid gland and boost your metabolism. Now slowly bend the knees down towards the ears for ear pinning pose. Let it feel good and take any variation of ear pinning pose that works for your body today. And then place your hands on your lower back so you can support yourself all the way down into happy baby pose, slowly rolling your spine down 1 vertebra at a time. And then grab the inner arches of your feet. Make sure that your back is completely flat, pressing your tailbone down, and take any variations that feel good to your body. Maybe rocking from side to side, straightening out both legs. And release happy baby. Wrap your arms around your legs and squeeze yourself into a tiny little ball. Full inhale and hold this one. Take 1 more sip. Exhale to release to Shavasana. Take any last movements or fidgets in Shavasana so that you can find 100% relaxation. Let go of your belly breathing. Let go of your need to hold on. Allow your whole body to just soften and melt. Let go. You're welcome to stay here for as long as you like, but if you're ready to come out now, just deepen the breath, drawing new air back into the body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Rock your head from side to side. Reach your arms overhead and take a nice deep stretch from your fingertips to toe tips. Bend your knees and roll onto either side into a fetal position. Then slowly press yourself up to a seated position with your hands to heart center. Bring your thumbs to your heart center for actions of peace. Bring your thumbs to touch your lips for words only of truth. Bring your thumbs to rest on your third eye center for thoughts of happiness. May you be filled with peace, truth, and happiness. Namaste. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Make sure you drink plenty of water after this. You've got to flush out those toxins somehow. Have a wonderful day. Find me on my Facebook, my Twitter, my blog. Come talk to me. I love talking to you. Bye-bye.